Suicide Squad now. But
Did you like it?
No, it's terrible.
No, yeah, that's the thing. Is Suicide Squad is so incompetent.
It's a terribly fun movie, though.
It's so god awful, but I would rewatch it because fucking Margot Robbie playing fucking Harley Quinn.
No.
That's pretty much like the only reason.
Oh, so you're just like checking her out? Is that what you're?
I mean, she's fucking hot as fuck, but she's definitely not a redeemable enough feature of the movie to make it a good movie.
No,
I don't think any attractive woman is.
Like, it's not a bad movie. It's good. It's just that it
Except for
bores the
maybe
shit out of
TV.
Yeah,
me.
that's the thing. For me, like, I like the parts I like about Wonder Woman, I really, really like. The parts I don't like about Wonder Woman, I really, really don't like.
The one thing I really hate about Wonder Woman is the fact that the guy had to die. Like, literally did not have to die.
And he copied Captain America. That was my thing.
It did do that.
Bit by bit.
Heavily.
Like, the only reason they killed him is so that Wonder Woman had some sort of reason to continue being Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
See, to me, that's like part of the third act bungling is, I think, bungling's probably a strong word, but,
No, Webster Dictionary it for me.
no, sorry,
I'm kidding.
It's all good. But Wonder Woman's own, like, final beat where she dispatches of Ares, like, struck me as just, it didn't work fully for me, and I
lightning Kamehameha.
Exactly, yeah, went full Dragon Ball Z.
She's like, charge up, goosh.
Like, to me, it's weird to end a story about, like, I'm not cynical about men anymore, and unlike you, Ares, I don't think I need to nuke my problems, she says as she nukes her problem.
I didn't think of... I didn't fucking think about it like that yet. Like, that is...
And that's I think the Steve Trevor beat ends up being, like, because there's all that character work they do throughout the, like, first chunks of the movie, it ends up playing a bit better, and that, the beat that it should actually be building to, which is, like, how she resolves the entire conflict with Ares and Cynicism War and whatnot, ends up doesn't feeling as strong.
Yeah, I still don't still don't think Steve Trevor should have died then.
It's a beat that worked well enough for me that I'd like to keep.
Another reason I don't think he should have died is because they didn't want to blow up the plane, and then he blows up the plane.
But he blows it up high enough that the gas doesn't go anywhere.
Only space is poisoned.
Yeah. Fuck
Well,
birds.
that doesn't make sense because World War II planes can't go into outer... It's World War II, isn't it?
No, it's
they
World
were fighting
No,
Nazis.
They treat the Germans like Nazis, but it's World War I.
Yeah. They're it's trench
Well,
warfare.
that's weird.
Because
Okay,
they say no man's land. You know the one thing I was really glad
Well, that
about?
doesn't make sense, though, because we fought Japan in World War I.
I was really glad with the no man's land thing,
Yeah,
how she
he
didn't
did-
turn around and
He's
say,
like, I am no man. Like,
some
it's like,
shit
I'm not,
that.
like, anti-feminist.
That
but,
just
like,
made me feel like it was pushing some Lord of the Rings stuff, though. I am no man. It's like, well, I mean, it kind of means, like humans, but alright.
But if you were, okay, so, we had this I talked about how I didn't like the Unicron. Spoilers alert, the Earth is Unicron in Transformers The Last Night.
Yeah, for some reason.
I did not like that. I don't like that at all.
I totally saw it coming.
I did.
Like,
well, you saw the horns. I'm like, it's Unicron.
I would have been more
Like,
okay
even-
with it if they
even
were transformed and became a big robot.
If you became a giant
That
car,
would be kind
this
of
whole
cool.
thing would be
Yeah.
But even before, like, the horns thing, like, I almost kind of felt like something like that was gonna happen.
Like why
Because
people
Michael
Transformers
Bay
didn't go
is
into fucking
always
Earth.
trying to shoehorn Transformers into regular human history.
Yeah. Well, they fucking did
Like,
it in this
every-
movie.
Well, they do it in every movie.
No,
I
but
mean,
this one is like
even,
extensive.
like, look at how they referenced back to the first movie with the glasses.
Yeah.
And how, like, the Transformers were there with the settlers who had the glasses. And again, it's how the Transformers movies are the same goddamn movie every
but
time.
the thing that's super weird
There's
for me.
always some sort of artifact that's gonna save Cybertron,
Yeah.
and Optimus Prime is gonna get it, but then he dies in the movie, and then he comes back stronger, and then he defeats Megatron.
He didn't
doesn't
die in
actually,
this one.
He doesn't
He died in
actually.
this
He
movie.
kind of sort of did because
He was reborn as
he was-
Nemesis Prime.
he was, and then
That's his name.
died,
That's
and
his
was
name.
going
That's
to
his
get,
legit name.
His legit name when he's evil is Nemesis Prime.
and then he was going to get killed by the Night Transformers,
And
then they
Mark
just
Wahlberg's like,
Wahlberg is all like,
Excalibur!
somehow I'm strong enough to deflect
Yeah.
a sword that's 17 fucking feet taller than I am.
When that happened, I turned to Kien and I was
I
like,
did-
how did he know that would work?
Yeah.
Like,
I did think it was kind of a cool scene because I'm a huge sword geek and I like swords.
My thing,
So- seeing something like that happen,
The
I
only
was kind of like,
reason-
oh, that's a really cool
The-
visual
okay, do
scene.
you
but
remember
it
in the
doesn't
second
make
movie where they
sense.
fucking combined together and Devastator was created and he's the fucking... It's all the construction balls combining together?
Yeah.
The dragon doesn't make sense to me.
Well, they don't really like transform into the dragon. They kind of just like turn into mush and then come
Yeah,
together.
right.
as a
That
dragon.
thing is bullshit to me. Because like they have a competent combiner transformer in that movie with the berserker that is
Yeah.
like the like because that looks legit like it could
Well,
work.
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense how Berserker even comes out because didn't they say no when he asked for Berserker?
That wasn't a berserk. That wasn't berserk.
Berserker.
Or was it
just,
not?
It was just
It was
them combined together.
It was just someone that looked like they all look the same. All the
I don't
Decepticons
know,
literally like the
none
only.
of it really made a
Yeah.
whole lot of sense anyways.
This was the first movie where the Decepticons to me didn't look the same, but they looked like wiggers, and it was the most annoying thing ever. Like one had a gold chain, Will. I shit you not. When they transformed, had a gold chain, and the motorcycle guy had a mohawk.
I actually
man.
kind of like that because I feel like it's
Gives them personality.
like they're actually starting to add some personality to some of the.
But they
Transformers.
die still.
Well, yeah, but I mean they did the same thing with the Autobots in the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like they actually introduced ones that seemingly had different personality, even though
They had skids and mud
the
flaps
fat
in the
one
second
is
one.
the fat Transformer or whatever, I can't remember his name, is basically the same Transformer as Ironhide from before,
Yeah,
with a slightly different attitude.
he's no
But
more
like makes all the
militaristic.
same jokes and does all the same things.
What do you guys think of shared universes? Like does the Mummy movie seem plausible to make a shared universe?
That would be interesting because like there are some of the other movies they've pitched for it that I'm like at least vaguely interested in, like
Like the
David.
Invisible Man.
Well,
Not
I've
so
heard
much
that
at
Miss
this point.
Frankenstein is the
Bride of
next
Frankenstein
one
is the
that
one
they're
because
gonna be
they've
doing.
attached a screenwriter already,
Yeah.
David Kep, and he's
So
the
they're
guy.
not doing Frankenstein. They're going.
They're jumping right to Bride.
That's good. That's good. I
Yeah.
think that's more reasonable. I don't want to see another.
I
Well,
mean,
that
it totally
makes it-
depends on the synopsis. We
That
get, like,
makes it a little bit more interesting at this point, but again, it's going to be one of those things like you need to see how they decide to pull it off
Yeah, like-
before you know if it's good.
yeah.
Apparently, Dracula's not. Like Dracula Untold was apparently supposed to start it, but
It
now
was
that,
until it tanked, and then they're
Until it
like,
tanked,
we
okay.
can just. It's interesting because I hear stories that The Mummy didn't become a shared universe film until midway through production. Or
Oh
pre-production
God,
or
that's
something.
awful. That's
Yeah,
a
it's weird.
terrifying thought.
Well, like, and it's like from like the pre-release interviews and stuff. So the director was like, and then we had like this awesome idea that totally fit with the story and worked. That we could make it a shared universe, and
So is that how Dr. Jekyll was made, or was he already going to? Be
it sounds like that was about the point. They started going, Dr. Jekyll will add so much to our story, and I mean, he does. I loved Russell Crowe's
Okay, that was
insane
my thing.
performance.
Okay, so was it a good performance or was it just a weird?
It's
Like
it's,
hammy.
It's definitely weird and hammy. Like for most of it, Russell Crowe is in full Man of Steel mode, where he's talking to Tom Cruise's character about the world of monsters and gods.
Kal-El.
And then, like, the instant he goes to Mr. Hyde, he's all of a sudden, "Hello, copper!" and then runs around in a Cockney accent, throwing Tom Cruise into walls.
Does he like Hulk out, or how does it?
It's mostly
Like a
more like mild
personality
Joe
aspect.
Fix-It out, where he just turns grayish.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, but, like, his eyeballs do, like, a whole...
I don't know. I almost like that better than him hulking
It
out.
makes it
No, yeah.
feel more human.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the reasons I never really liked Jekyll and Hyde, is because it always feels so.
Not human.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
always
no, I
feels
get
all
you.
I
classic.
mean, I liked him in Ben
monster-like.
Helsing.
I did.
The
I
brief
really
moment
did.
he was there.
Nice.
I
need to
also
see
liked
Ben
him in
Helsing.
League of Extraordinary
movie.
Gentlemen. I thought that was a really cool like the only good part about that movie was the relationship between Jekyll and Hyde.
I have like mixed views on the entire League of Extraordinary Gentlemen kind of thing.
I hate
because-
it. It's the movie that destroyed Sean Connery's career.
Because in essence,
I'm sure beating his fucking wife destroyed his career, but
in essence, the movie is so drastically different from the comic books that in a way I don't want to like it. But then when I look back on how fucked up the comic books are, because in the comic books,
the Invisible Man rapes people.
Jekyll and Hyde rape the Invisible Man to death, like literally till he dies.
God damn.
And
Oh.
again, that was an aspect that they skipped in the movie, even though the reason that he did it is still in the movie because the Invisible Man betrays them and sells out their secrets to their enemies. And so on that idea, I like it because that's fucked up.
That's super. Holy shit. I don't know. I'm not a big fan. I'm sick and tired of people be like, everything's a shared universe now.
And in light of the Han Solo news, I'm like
Yeah.
super cynical about the shared universe thing at the moment, just because I love like Lord and Miller.
I understand.
and their
Did you
movies
see
so much.
Son of Zord?
No, I missed that
It's
one.
an interesting one. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's weird though.
I think that
Is that
one's
that-
like they mostly executive produced on. Like they're even
I don't-
less involved than Last Man on Earth, which they directed the pilot.
I love Last Man on Earth.
Yeah.
It's
Is
such
Son
a
of
good-
Zorn that show where it's
He's a
like
cartoon.
The He-Man
but he's
parody,
in
pretty much,
real
yeah.
life
Yeah.
or whatever? Okay.
It's a weird
I
show.
think I've seen like 2 episodes
That
of
one
it.
actually makes me laugh.
It's an interesting show though.
what
I like the
I
concept.
saw made me laugh, yeah,
Yeah.
but it wasn't really enough to like make me think, oh, I want to watch the whole
Did
thing.
that get renewed for a second season,
I
or
think
is
it's
that a
canceled.
one and done?
I think it's a one and done.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I heard like
They canceled a shit ton of things this
Speaking of
Oh, yeah.
comedy shows, isn't Angie Tribeca supposed to get a 3rd season? here
Yeah,
soon?
did you
Oh man, I
watch
fucking love that show.
it? It has Rashida
It's
Jones.
so
oh nice. Okay.
it's so fucking stupidly random.
Yeah,
I
and
can't not laugh
They
at
play
that
it off
shit.
really well.
Because nobody acknowledges how fucking stupidly random it is while they're doing it.
They're all just respecting each other. They're like, yeah.
Well, it's not even that. It's like the most absurd fucking thing happens. 1 minute they're literally talking to each other about something, and I'm just totally making this scenario up. And then it frames to a different person, and he says something like, I don't know, just completely random, like, it's kind of like you have crocodiles on your head. And then it goes back to them, and suddenly they have crocodiles on their head.
Yeah,
and
it
they
goes-
never acknowledge the fact that they do.
It's just a surreal thing. There's a lot.
It's-
I mean, there was a lot of. I mean, for me, there's a lot of.
Anything Steve
There's a-
Carell
yeah.
is ever involved in is the
They're
funniest
really
shit
funny.
ever.
They're really good. Hey.
And it's him and his wife that are
Yeah.
like
Waiting on one
producing
now.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there were one. Yeah.
Which
Fuck
one are
is
we waiting
Max
for?
the last
For
person
Max,
to show
yeah.
up?
Right. Okay. So, due to prior engagements,
Unforeseen circumstances.
if you
Bullshittery.
saw our live video that got deleted,
And it's gone.
it's gone.
It's gone
Just-
forever.
Just like what we were trying to do for this, it's gone. We were playing Geeks versus Harsh Reality, waiting for
I feel like that's just our life story.
yeah,
Yeah.
just the title Geeks versus Harsh. That's the tangent Geeks versus Harsh Reality. It's not the game. It's just like we're talking about like how shitty we are as people. But like my thing, okay, so we unfortunately, like we were talking about, we're not doing BroQuest tonight. Some unforeseen things happened. Jared couldn't play, so that was the sad part for me.
Oh no.
This is this is where we're gonna get into this is gonna be the video that blows up because everybody's just gonna be like, "What happened? Did somebody quit?"
Yeah.
They're all dead.
Anthony is leaving Smosh.
John just got here and he's like, I want a higher pay, and I couldn't give it to him, so he's just eating Doritos, like waiting
He's
to
getting
get out
his
here.
pay.
He's getting his, like, so I was like, I'll give
Hey,
you
they
an
don't
extra-
know. For all they know, we're new to YouTube, but we have stuff up elsewhere that's
Yeah.
really popular.
Yeah, so
Don't look us up on DeviantArt.
No.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
We don't actually have
Dude.
anything there.
That's like life goals.
Yeah.
To get
Whatever-
some deviant art of myself.
Whatever you do, don't go to pornhub.com/John Dean. Or do.
Or do.
do
See
what
what's
you
there.
think is right. Like, maybe I'll put a link just to see if people actually click it.
Check it out. Give me a call. I don't know. Whatever.
We won't give you his number because that's weird.
See, alright, I'm looking through Geeks versus Harsh Reality to try and figure out a topic for what we really want to talk about.
Oh, that is actually a good idea.
I
A
thought,
lot of these are like really abstract cards, though.
yeah, they are.
like
I thought of
bars.
something we might do for a vlog.
What?
Mario Kart drinking and driving.
Yeah, I can
That's
do that.
Yeah.
that's an idea we've had a couple times.
But you have.
We've
John
had
has a Wii U.
We've
Yeah.
had numerous
Yeah.
ideas for drinking and gaming.
Yeah, I think like, okay, so I guess this is the tangent being like our ideas. We might as well just, I don't know. That's a really cool.
Ideas.
This
Yeah.
is our bullshittery
This is-
podcast.
Yeah.
yeah,
right?
pretty much.
A
Just hanging
bullshittery
out.
podcast. Like I said, I really do because like Jay has a weird passion for science fiction.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
just
I wouldn't call it a weird passion. He has a passion for science fiction.
Okay,
It's.
I have a passion for Dragon Ball Z.
I have a passion for science fiction.
Okay, but you know what? Fun fact.
Okay, yeah, I don't do that. I do that kind of with Alien, but
Yeah, but you like bring it up naturally.
yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
I only bring it up when Alien is mentioned.
yeah, but like I mean, like I do. No, I'm not shitting on Jay, but I do really want him to like, cause he really does have a passion for it. I want him to like progress in that.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Where like Max makes Minecraft videos, I'd like to somehow incorporate that someday. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a really good
Yeah.
concept. And obviously, John here is a hard fucking worker because he's just like, yeah, man, I've been writing up this thing for The Legend of Zelda.
Doing a retrospective look into the entire Legend of Zelda series.
Is it because you just got done
damn.
playing Breath of the Wild, or?
I finished Breath of the Wild actually quite a bit ago,
Okay.
but I was going through. I'm constantly replaying old games. Like I said last week, I was playing through Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Dark Souls 2 at the same time.
You just hate your life. God.
So I was looking for games to play, and as you said, I have a Wii U, and I was kind of looking at replaying the first Legend of Zelda. And I thought, since you wanted me to do some sort of video game podcast, why don't I do something with that? And I really wanted to talk about Breath of the Wild, but I really want to talk about how it compares to,
Every other Zelda game.
well, mostly more recent Zelda games. Because I've got a lot of beef with recent Zelda games, and I've got a lot of shit to say, and I want to say it.
Yeah, keep that to yourself. That's
Yeah,
top secret.
That's what I mean. And
Everybody,
so,
that's top secret. You have to unlock it. We'll give you a code and everything before you can get into
You have to
Johnny's.
watch it. You have to watch the fucking video we're gonna make for that. if you
Yeah,
want to-
Exactly.
You're not getting anything.
starting with Zelda 1 all the way to Breath of the Wild.
That's my favorite thing that I'm starting to tell people.
Yeah.
It's like, if you really want to hear my thoughts about that, you can go watch the fucking YouTube channel.
Right,
that I
it
have.
really, like, the ladies at work do that to me now. They're like, you've seen any good movies? I'm like, dude, I don't even want to fucking talk about it. Like,
yeah, we touched on this briefly. On
I
the
know,
podcast.
like when we someone's like, "What'd you think of Wonder Woman?" I'm like, this is like a week after it comes out.
That is fair though, because we beat that
Yeah,
to
death. We did.
after we
I
saw
was
it.
like, I don't have very any beef with Wonder Woman itself. I have beef with the Wonder Woman reviewers.
yeah, like
If you
the
want to
one-
hear that, I will send you something.
like our review of the Wonder Woman movie sounds so negative, like listening back
shit.
on it. But I really don't dislike the movie. I like the movie. It's just that I thought that it was boring. Like
Yeah.
in the middle section. That's it. Overall,
Right.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed the movie.
Like, I think that's where like we get into.
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, I know.
Overly used.
Oh, I found a card that is Jay. Don't read it out loud, because he might watch these.
He never watches the videos.
Oh.
Oh damn. Harsh.
Fucking harsh. That is a harsh reality.
Yeah.
Damn. See, this is the thing. Like, when you get good cards that remind you of yourself in this game, it actually fucking hurts.
Right, a little bit,
It
yeah.
does.
You die a little bit.
You die a little. Like, it's a good game if they
That's
tweak it. If they tweak, it has.
I feel like the Monty Python references are the only thing that I can really relate to on this. Most of the other cards I have trouble connecting.
Yeah,
I
right
feel
now,
like,
but
yeah.
I feel like you'll find exactly like I watch anime, but the waifu one is like I'm not a lot of fucking like I'm
You're not a
weeb.
weeaboo, but at least you get it.
Yeah, like if you want to look at weeaboo, I know this is a joke beating the dead horse. Facebook search Jacob Newcomb, you'll see a weeaboo.
Look up neckbeard and fedora.
Yeah, that actually is him. It's weird.
A little bit. I mean, he doesn't have a neckbeard.
He
and
doesn't
he
have a
doesn't
fedora.
wear a fedora.
He wears hat Jacob though.
He does have a hat, and he could very easily grow a neckbeard long before the rest of his facial hair would even
Grow,
start to
yeah.
stubble.
Like, and I think that's the thing. Like, someone like I brought that up. We brought that up in like the third one, and someone like asked me about. It's like, do you think he's gonna listen to it? I'm like, probably fucking not.
Probably not.
Actually, you know what? I actually kind of think he does. Like we talked about, it's that Rick and Morty episode
Yeah.
where he'll write a mean comment
And then
and then just wait for someone to like reply back.
If he writes a mean comment, we should all just like the comment and nobody respond to it. Just a bunch of likes on
Yeah.
it. Be like, all right.
Do you watch Rick and Morty?
I love Rick and Morty.
I love Rick, dude. Love
I
it.
haven't seen much of season 3 yet.
There was only
There's
one
only
episode.
one episode.
Still only one
Yeah,
episode.
still only one.
I thought they were uploading to YouTube.
No, I didn't see any.
Those aren't real episodes.
Oh, okay.
That sucks. I always hate when they do that.
Yeah,
Like,
those are like fan-made weird shit.
That sounds really super nerdy. Like, this is why I'm probably a super nerd. I do that when like Saturday comes and I know Crunchyroll and Funimation's like, we got a new Dragon Ball Super episode, dude, and then like it won't air in America till 8:30, which is like right about now.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's at 10 o'clock in the morning, like, check out the leaks for Dragon Ball Super episode 96. I'm like, all right, and it's just someone talking, or it's Dragon Ball Z Abridged. I'm like, I can't be mad because I really love Abridged. I'm really pissed off then. Because, like, I want to see Goku fight Jiren, and I'm just like, dude.
Does Dragon Ball Abridged get paid for the videos they make, or do they just?
No,
do
they
it
get
out of love?
Patreon. It's out of
It's
love.
only through Patreon.
Yeah, it's only through, like,
That's respectable.
that
Yeah.
is because, well, it was a lot easier when they started to do it. Because, like, copyright was a weird thing 10 years ago.
Yeah.
For like Toei and for Japanese animation, but because like Funimation now has licenses to the legitimate
Yeah,
shows, not like they can prove it in court and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's much harder to do like, so it's even harder if you just put an image to like they can get you on an image now though.
Oh yeah.
Like I know teching
But now there's so many things you have to do now, like.
to
If
make
you
sure
wanna
yeah.
use an image on any videos now, like you have to search in Google, you have to make sure it's not copyrighted, you have to make sure there's no watermarks or anything.
You also
on
have
it.
to
And you have to
to
tag your sources and shit too. Like
Yeah.
that.
and you also have to like if it's like a fan art from DeviantArt and shit like that because they get really butthurt, which is understandable if you if you get monetary and you're making it, they get really butthurt and like it even happens in Facebook. Like Facebook, you don't get paid shit for a fan page, but like the creators be like, I made this, you should tag me in this, blah 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 blah. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right. You have this one cool piece of fan art. The rest is super shitty furry stuff. Like I don't want my page to be associated with
Dude.
you.
Don't diss furries.
God damn it. All right. So
Them dudes crazy.
them dudes.
They'll
yeah.
come find you.
Oh, they
They'll
are
fuck you
fucking
up.
crazy. Whoa. Well, I've been to Comic-Con. Don't worry. They are
Mhm.
fucking crazy. They have knives. Like it made
Yeah,
me
that was
fake.
terrifying.
Yeah. But he was like,
Not getting into weird territory, but
Oh,
okay.
let's
this
get
is
into
totally
weird
getting
territory.
into
Yeah,
weird
let's get into
territory.
We can get into weird
Just-
territory.
but-
I have a
That's the
card
same
on
thing,
weird
yeah.
I
territory
was-
next.
I was having a conversation with someone. I'm not gonna name them just because I don't think they'd appreciate me bringing this up.
Speaking of furries.
Yeah,
But-
speaking of furries, I have a card.
But we were just having a conversation. Again, I'm not gonna name them just because I don't think they'd appreciate me bringing this up.
this is very understandable.
But we were just talking one time, and he was just talking about how weird like porn can be and stuff. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of the conversation, he just stops and he's just like, "Have you ever noticed that sometimes 3D hentai is actually like really well animated?" And I was like, "What?"
I have the feeling. I have the
was
feeling
like-
I know you're talking to. About
I could
this,
talk
but
for
I'm not.
days about how weird porn can get.
I was like, I've never noticed that, but now I'm curious. That night I went home and I was like, well, now I gotta check it out because like, and I was like, this is actually like, they could,
Well done.
maybe they could get a job from this.
Well,
like,
no,
'cause it's-
okay. Like, this is I
Like,
don't.
people take shit
yeah.
too seriously.
But here's the like I just like, okay, we're gonna get. I don't watch hentai. I'm going to just point this out before I
Don't
say
lie.
anything.
I don't either. I just looked it up because
Yeah,
of that.
like
Everybody's fingers crossed.
everyone
right now, just so
everyone-
everybody
I
knows.
just want to point out everyone has seen a hentai. Like
Yeah,
you can't tell me
everybody's
you
seen
haven't
hentai.
seen like a cartoon hentai
Like,
before.
okay, like I cannot lie. I've seen hentai, but I can say like with 100% certainty, I have never beat off to hentai.
Yeah, I will admit to that one. Like I've seen hentai.
There's a difference between
Yeah.
just seeing hentai and
I don't know why.
seeing
I like the
hentai.
artwork.
Like,
Okay.
if it does it for you, cool. But like,
I watch porn for the acting.
but I guess
I
I
watch
just,
it for the plot.
Yeah.
I guess I
Yeah.
just don't get turned on by cartoon characters plowing each other.
That's weird though. I can't.
Really? It seems
Yeah,
genetic for
because
you.
everybody does.
We don't talk about that. My brother's fucking weirdo.
He's been on one of these.
Yeah, it's-
Oh jeez. All right, new topic.
Hey, if that's what you're into. then
Yeah, I mean,
go
like,
ahead.
But before we go in, like,
I'd like to marry a girl that would wear fake cat ears.
Yeah,
for me
so,
all the
yeah,
time, so.
like if a girl was like, okay, I'm pregnant, you can paint my belly to look like Goku's chamber when he was going to Earth if you want to for our wedding pictures, for our maternity pictures. I'm like,
That sounds weirder than beating off the hentai.
it does. See, that's the thing. Like, I know I have some like weird thing. Like, I know I have some weird things.
Reassessing friendships as we speak.
Burger King, when Burger King doesn't puts tomatoes on my no tomato sandwiches, dark thoughts do circle around my head.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need to go to a new topic
Yeah,
before this
because it
becomes
gets-
evidence.
So guys, what have you been up to lately?
New card, werewolf sex.
Okay, maybe not that card. Let's
Fucking
flip the
no.
next card. A free app for a board game you've already spent $80 on. That is actually a true thing.
That was a conversation I was having with my boss the other day, where we were talking about the Underworld series and stuff, and he was like, "I'd rather be like a vampire." I think I was like, "Seriously? Like, I would be a werewolf, but only if it was a lichen."
Yeah, because then you can
Yeah.
transform in and out.
Yeah.
Whenever I want.
Yeah.
Well, plus then you can like walk around in the sun and you don't have
Yeah.
to fucking feed on people,
Yeah.
shit like that.
Yeah, I think a werewolf is a considerably much better mythological creature to be than a vampire.
Speaking of, I just watched, I rewatched Ginger Snaps.
Speaking of mythology, I just watched the Roche Ambrose podcast on mythology.
Yay!
It's really good. You should check it
There's
out,
our
man.
shameless plug.
Will Boyens is on it.
Woot!
I do really feel bad if he does become like.
If he does become
Famous,
famous,
it's
gonna be like
somebody
his
fucking
first
digs
day.
that up.
Digs
It's
that
like
up.
out of Hollywood right now, motherfucker.
The fuck out. We know what you've done.
They're gonna like it more because it's like
I feel like at least filmmakers and directors aren't famous enough to the point where people dig up every dirty secret that's
Yeah, that's-
ever been in their lives.
That's more
True.
actors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People that you see
definitely.
on
So if
screen.
Will becomes an actor, they're gonna dig this. I'm like, so I see in 2017.
Actor or professional rapper.
That's
one of the
why
two.
I can never become famous, because if I ever did get famous, I feel like I'd have a ton of people coming forward. They're just like, "This kid's yours."
Okay, so
I'd be
where
like,
I
wait
where
a
I stand,
second.
like, but that's the thing, like, where I stand, like, when I did stand up, someone asked me like, what happens to get famous? I'm like, stand up comedians don't get much.
Nope.
They get more. That's why I was
Unless you're
surprised
like-
when you said $200. I was used to getting $50 for a gig when I was playing music.
Oh yeah, but like for me, like I think okay, but they know, like musicians know they'll eat it. But what'll happen with that $200 they give you is that if you buy a drink, they double the price of that drink, or if you buy food, they take a shit ton more out because they're like, well, it took effort to make this and all that shit. I'm like, I don't want your fucking chicken nuggets, then leave me alone.
Don't get me wrong. Like, if I could go back to the days of, like, having to sleep in a fucking van all summer and getting $50 and barely having enough money to pay for gas to get to the next thing, I'd totally do it again in a heartbeat.
Oh, very much.
That's
Like,
so fun.
very much so. Like, I think for me, like, it's been a year, so I've been just really, I've literally been out of that game for a while. Like, if you get off a year in stand up, you're like 5 years behind.
Yeah, I feel like it's very different with music, because I feel like,
Because you can get,
because
like,
you can get a new band.
Yeah.
Like,
stand up, like, they're like, oh, Kien,
that's not
who?
a problem.
Yeah.
Like, stand up, like, you have to stay on the scene so you can
Yeah.
keep getting
Where
going.
like when I did stand up, we traveled. We did a Midwest thing, and like all the people I did stand up with were of African American or Latino descent. So like they had like straight up hood ass stories. Like, my mom used to beat me with a spoon, dog. I'm like, my mom used to beat good values in me. And I'm just like, that was the opposite. Like, I remember the day I got mugged.
Oh my god.
I was in Minneapolis, and we just got done with a gig. And my friend, we're playing blackjack, and we doubled our money. So we had $100, so we made about like $200. So we got like $300 altogether. So he disappears. I don't know where he went. And I call him like 30 minutes later. I'm like, yo, dude, where you at? He's like, homeboy, I'm at a strip club. It's like a couple blocks away. Come here. I'm like, all right, I just sent you the directions. Use Google Maps. It's like, okay. So like I look, and I see
Which
like
strip club? Yes. This is important.
It was.
Lumberyard?
Do you remember where Brady played?
Yeah, I remember the place, yeah, but I don't remember what it's called now all of a sudden.
Yeah, but it's that near that.
Okay.
Like all I remember is that All I remember is that they're expensive as shit, and they paid for a pitcher of Jack and Coke, and it was like $100.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't the one I'm thinking of then
It's a
because
picture of Jack and Coke.
it's a
though.
dry bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, pitcher is.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's
as
a
shit.
lot of liquor.
Yeah, that's, I mean, like, I'm not saying that's terrible. I'm just saying that's, like, what I remember from it. But, like, so, I, like, look, and, like, it's a half a block less if I go through this dark alleyway. I'm drunk as shit, and I'm going to tell you how I'm dressed. I look like Chinese American Carlton.
That sounds like Kien.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it does
like,
sound
yeah.
like-
I'm like asking to get mugged. So I'm walking, and from the shadows, I see a neon yellow do-rag. Everything else is wearing like a black hoodie and shit, but a neon yellow do-rag. And all I hear is, "Hey, what up?" I was like, nothing. He's like, "I give you money." He has a gun. Immediately, fight or flight kicks in. It was flight. All right. Crumpled bills in my hand. He's like, "For real?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna die over $300." He's like, "Oh, there's 300? Cool, later." Walks away. And then I remember my girlfriend at the time asking me like, "Why did you give him all the money?" I'm like, I'm not gonna uncrumple the bills and be like, "Here's 50. I'll take the 250 for myself, and you go buy yourself something nice." That seems like
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. That seems like a worse scenario. But what I've come to the realization is, the way I look at his do-rag, it was yellow. So if I look at it karate standards, he was a beginner. He just recently went from white do-rag to yellow do-rag. And I was probably his final test to get like camo do-rag. And his teacher's like, "You fucked up, man. You should have shot him." He's
that's
not wrong.
Like, I went to school in Sioux City, and there's, like, you don't hear about it a whole bunch, but shit goes down there sometimes, too.
Oh, it's a filthy
Like,
area.
Yeah, definitely. And that's why I got to the point where I never really carry cash unless I'm, staying around here.
I always carry only card.
Yeah.
Ever.
Right.
I
It's
never
like,
carry cash on me.
all right, take my card. I ain't going to give you the PIN number.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked.
We're like the shitty thing that I always really realize.
Or I'm
is
just
that,
going to
like,
call and cancel it.
Yeah. Like, Los Angeles has a lot of fucking homeless people.
Seattle has a lot of
Yeah,
homeless
like-
people, too.
Big
there.
cities have like Salt Lake City, Utah, Mormon land. A shit ton of homeless people.
One thing that surprised me about Phoenix is I didn't see a single homeless person.
Cause it's hot as fuck outside. Who wants to stand out there and bake to death?
I know. I was expecting to see some though.
Yeah.
At least a
in big
couple.
city like that.
Hobo bacon. That's like their new food truck. We just pick up dead bones and fry their
I
skin.
adjusted to the climate down there way too quickly.
That's good though.
And when I got back here, I was fucking freezing cold for like 3 weeks.
That's not good.
Yeah.
But like all I remember.
It was like 87 degrees out, and I was wearing a thick hoodie because I was cold.
Yeah, I remember Salt Lake City, and there's this homeless guy, and I thought I had like a $1 bill, but all I had was a 20. And he's like, "Hey man, can you spare some change?" I'm like, "All right." I looked. I'm like, "Fuck." I can't go to the convenience store you're next to buy a Snapple or like a Mountain Dew, and then just give you $1 because then you know I have money. So I was just like, here you go.
Oh, dude, in Sioux City, when
Getting a little bored there, John Dean.
Just doing weird shit.
I was in Sioux City and fucking working down there, homeless people would walk in to the store like all the time and get warmed up and stuff, and then walk out. They would just hover by all the employees' cars and wait for you to come out for like a smoke break or something, and then just like tap on your window and just be like, "Got anything?" And I'd just be like, "No, sorry, I don't carry a card." Like,
Then they give you like this big like, "Well, fuck you, man." I'm like, I mean, I know the government hasn't treated you very well. Like, I'm sorry, but like, I don't feel like it's my fault.
I mean, I bought one dude a Big Mac, but that's only
I was
because he
gonna
had
say,
a
like,
fucking dog with him.
I'm
so,
more inclined to give people food if I have any on me than
Yeah.
I am
Right.
money.
Yeah.
Like, I have a French fry. You won't die today.
Well, like, I mean, if I'm walking down the street and someone's like, "Oh, can I have money for food?" and I'm just like carrying a sandwich, I'd just be like, "Here, take my sandwich." I can go back to fucking Subway or whatever and just get another one.
No, but if you do that, they then look at, like, there's some of them, because you know they're not really homeless, they're just panhandling.
Yeah.
You're a fucking asshole. I'm like, I'm doing a good deed, bro.
Yeah, you're the
This
one that's
meatball
being a
marinara
shitty fucking
costs
person.
$6, and I'm a poor college student. Fuck you.
Right?
Like, it's one of those things. But, like, I don't know, have you seen any good TV lately?
Nah, I've been watching movies recently.
I saw the Lego Batman movie. We talked about that last week too, because Ryan saw it.
It's okay.
Oh man, it's fucking boring.
Yeah.
Dude, so boring. Nothing happens.
It's not as fun as the Lego movie, is it?
Yeah, like I still laugh every time I see in the original Lego movie the horse riding a horse. Makes me laugh every time. And in this one, it's just like there's nothing in there that's really that funny.
I don't think there's any sustenance. Like, I feel like it's
There's
just
chuckles.
yeah, it's riding on the
Yeah.
coat hangers though. It's like any like we talk about sequels. Like you are not gonna get like boom, it's amazing.
It's like Sam said when I was told her about how boring I thought it was. It's like they took all of the good jokes and put them into the trailer.
Yeah.
And then uploaded that, and we're just like, this will get people in the theater, so fuck the rest of the movie.
But like I was telling Ryan about Transformers, people are gonna bring their fucking kids to it, and that's what gets you.
Yeah.
Like, and then they're gonna want that. They're
Well,
gonna
because
want.
kids aren't looking for that storytelling kind of stuff that we
But
are.
the Lego movie was for kids and adults though. Like that
Yeah.
was my thing. Like
Yeah.
I think
It's a
that's
very rare breed, though.
right,
Yeah.
and I think that's what makes part of a good movie, though. Like, if you can interest both adults and kids, I think you got it good.
Well, yeah, because I definitely know some adults that really didn't like the Lego movie.
yeah, no, it's
Because
understandable.
again, I mean, it is marketed more
More for
towards kids than
Yeah.
anything else.
But there's a lot of jokes in the Lego movie that stick if you're an adult.
Yeah.
Very
More
much
like it.
so, yeah.
Where like I also like, which is it's a weird subject because like when you go into animation, there's only, I think, if you think of like Studio Ghibli, there's only like 3 of their movies that are really for kids, and the rest are legitimately licensed for adults.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah.
Rango is one of my favorite movies
Oh, I
that
love
is
Rango.
I love
marketed
Rango.
for kids and
Yes.
totally has a fuck ton of adult jokes in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
That
A lot of
movie.
fucked up shit that
You
happened.
missing your mommy's mangoes? Like that's so obvious when you're an adult too.
Such a funny movie though. Like it
We were
pays.
walking out of that movie, and my mom was like, "I'm surprised that wasn't like PG-13
Yeah.
at least." And I was like, "Yeah, it was amazing."
It was awesome. I'm Rango. Did you ever hear about me? Shot that bullet, ricocheted off him, and the other one died of an infection. I'm like, all right, no, I can deal. Like, I can deal with those kind of movies though. But like again, they're like rare breeds.
Yeah. It takes a special, like, you need a good cast, you need a good crew going on, and you need a good story.
You need a good writer for those.
Yeah,
movies.
Yeah.
Like, if it all doesn't fall in line, it will fuck up on one side or the other.
Oh, very much so. Like I think that's why I like Moana so much though. In real talk,
I haven't seen the whole thing.
I think it's fun. It's a fun movie. It's enjoyable. Whereas, like, I'm a grown man and I never am going to find Frozen enjoyable at all. Like, I don't find it fun.
No, I fucking hate Frozen.
Fucking hate Frozen.
Know who loves Frozen?
Yeah.
My brother.
Yeah. I remember.
Can we just not?
Yeah. Like,
It's just too cliched love story kind of thing.
I think
Everybody gives that movie so many props for like having a Disney princess that doesn't need a man to save her. I'm like, what the hell do you think happened in the whole fucking movie?
Mulan. No one ever remembers, like, I hate when, like, she's a woman who saved her country. I'm like, Mulan.
Right?
Yeah.
Pocahontas.
there are much better movies that did that better.
That's because we're in an age now where if anything's even just like 3 months old, it gets forgotten.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
gone.
everything just happens so fast now.
Yeah, and it's weird.
Well, it's why everything is being remade. Because the reason people don't want to watch it in its older format is because it's in an older format.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't like the animation because it's old. So let's just remake the whole movie and ruin a bunch of shit.
Or live action it because
Yeah,
it's
live
like
action
it's a lot
it.
of time to
I
animate.
like the Jungle Book's live action adaptation,
That's fun, but
I
it's
didn't
not
really think it was like a completely necessary
Yeah.
thing.
It's just a rehash.
I haven't seen Beauty and
I
the
don't
Beast.
like Beauty and the Beast.
And I
It's-
haven't seen Tarzan.
eh.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of them.
Beauty and the Beast is lackluster. I don't know. I really love Beauty and the Beast.
It has Emma Watson though.
Yeah, I mean like that's all
Good
it's
for
got.
her.
Yeah, good like she's hot, but like that's not gonna get me into a seat. Like I saw it on DVD.
Yeah, it's not gonna get me into
Yeah,
a
like,
seat either. I haven't
Maybe
seen
if
it
it
yet.
had an R rating, I would have shown up, but you know.
Right. But it doesn't.
Credibility,
so
I
we're
guess.
here.
Oh, God.
Guess someone's more credible, I guess.
50 Shades of Bestiality.
I'd go to see it. I mean,
Wait, that's a thing?
an R-rated Beauty and the Beast. Beast is a werewolf, and Emily Watson does a sex scene. Is her name Emily, or is it just Emma?
It's
I think
Emma.
it's Emma.
Oh, whatever.
She had new wave parents. She didn't want to have like a long name.
Emma, Emily, same thing.
Fuck off. My name doesn't fit in the fill in the blank things.
You know what I mean though. New wave parents are like,
Yeah.
you're just gonna be Emma.
Your name is T. Just the letter T. Just fuck it.
Or Apple.
My kid's name was T. I'd nickname him Honey.
No, like, and like that's like where I stand though. I just have a weird like, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. I'm fucking petty right now, and it's just I don't know. It's just kind of festered in me while we were talking. The reason we don't have BroQuest is because someone dipped out on us.
Oh, we are bringing that up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I
I
guess
don't
it's
like-
here.
Like, and we're not gonna say who.
The person dipping out on us caused a chain reaction of other people not showing
Yeah.
up too because they got
Yeah.
the wrong message.
Like, we could have easily still be playing like Geeks vs. Harsh Reality. Or you don't even know, roll dice and just make a fake fucking story for BroQuest.
Yeah.
Like, it's improv
Which is
storytelling.
what we'll do in the event that BroQuest doesn't happen again.
Again, we'll just
Next time.
Fingers
be-
crossed.
fingers crossed. There'll be aliens.
Wait a second.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I don't know. You saw Miss Kobayashi though. Like, for real, I do really want your
Okay, we can totally talk about it.
dragon ladies.
Tits and dragons.
Just dragons. Are we doing Game of Thrones right now?
I think a much more interesting concept than tits and dragons would be dragon tits.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Ugh.
Miss
I don't need tits to hang that low.
All scaly and gross.
For anybody that doesn't know anything about Miss Kobayashi's dragon, it's
Fan service out the wazoo.
true, very true. Well,
It's D for
it's-
dragon.
it's a little bit less fan servicey than what most fan service animes would do, but it's
Yeah.
about a dragon who meets a lady while she's drunk in the forest for some reason, and then the drunk lady tells her that she can come live with her.
She
So-
saves her though. Like, okay, Toru is the dragon.
Yeah,
And Miss Kobayashi is the main character.
she's got
Miss-
the sword in her.
Yeah, and Miss Kobayashi pulls the sword out and saves Toru.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
After we spoil it.
We'll get actually.
Spoiler alert, the main dragon isn't dead.
Yeah. Well, we'll get like, and like for real, we're just tangenting and riffing. We'll get into like a real like why I liked it in a fanime because I actually have something written down,
Nice.
getting ready.
Yeah, but
Or
I
like
probably
you,
won't
me,
be
and
here
Matt.
for that. So,
What?
well, is it during a weekday or are
It'll
we
be
doing it on
Saturday.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Okay,
it'll
if
be
we're doing it
Saturday.
Saturday,
We
I'll
just
be here.
get shit on Saturdays.
Never mind. Disregard.
Yeah.
Message.
I think like if I can bring anything up, We might as well just go weird then, so we don't have to go weird in the podcast. Like, who was your favorite dragon?
Oh, we can totally go weird in the podcast.
I can't remember their goddamn names.
Yeah,
That's the
I can't
problem.
either.
I have to Google it really quick.
I remember
is
Toru
it
and
the hat?
Nana.
Is it the one with the pink hat?
The one that's got the different colored eyes.
The one that's got the gigantic titties.
Hold on.
We were trying to avoid saying that.
I mean, I'm gonna say it, but I don't know. That one's almost my least favorite because her body is so unproportionally
yeah.
unrealistic.
I really like Khan. I'm kidding.
I
No,
fucking
God damn
hate
it.
you.
The hottest dragon in that is Bafnir. I don't know if I'm
Ooh, Bafnir.
I don't know. That's kind of.
Is the one that had different colors eyes the
Yeah,
best
Loka.
Yeah, Loka.
Yeah.
She's the big tit one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big tit one.
Surprise, surprise!
I think her scenario is kind of the funniest one.
No, honestly,
Yeah.
I
But
think
it's
Toru
total-
is
Yeah.
cute.
Is totally handled in such a dumb way, where
Yeah.
she's like summoned by a kid who thinks she's a demon,
succubus, yeah.
and then her method of trying to convince him to stay is to be pleasing with her body. It's like, oh, come on.
He's 9, don't do this.
Well, even then, it's just like that's so obviously the way they would go with a character that looks like that.
Yeah.
Right.
And though for real, I think if we're going for real, Toru is like, she's bae. Toru's bae.
I do like Toru the most.
I wouldn't say that Nana is like bae because she's a child.
Kana?
Kana, yeah. It wasn't like Kana Nana, I don't remember. But she's probably one of my favorites because she's always eating weird shit.
That's you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm like, it's comically, it's one of the things that I find the funniest in the show. Like when
So-
she just eats the bug.
I literally, like, now have the dynamic. You would be Loka. You would be Elma. You'd be Kana. Jay would be Bafnir.
Who the fuck is Loka?
The big boob one, you idiot! We just said this!
Why would I be the big boob one?
It's
You're
okay,
that
I totally
You're
don't.
that promiscuous one.
Okay.
I totally don't remember all their names either.
Elma's the
I
one
just
who came
watched
at the
it this
very
week.
end.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
the one with the one horn.
You calling me a slut?
Kind of.
Yeah.
But Jay would definitely be Bafnir.
That's a fair assessment.
Like, I could totally,
suppose.
like, if there was anyone that is equal to Jay, is Bafnir. Because, like, when Jay plays video games, he just sits there.
Oh, dude, I do the same thing.
Like,
Jay will
He
forget what
doesn't
day it
just
is
sit there.
3 days later.
No, he doesn't just sit there. He spazzes out when he plays video games, man. I have to listen to that shit over Xbox Live whenever we're playing Battlefield or some shit.
Why do you think I stopped playing video games with you guys?
you played fucking Paladins with him.
For like an hour, and that was horrible.
Like, at least when I have freakouts, it's like a legit, like, rage quit moment, and I throw my controller, I'm gone for like 20 minutes until
Right,
I
when
cool
Ryan
off.
when Ryan rages, we all just mute him and we're like, he'll come back. When his character starts muting, when his character starts moving, we'll unmute him. Because between now and then, it's things smashing, Ryan swearing, and him leaving the room.
What do you do when you play video games? You get mad, John?
Like, rage-wise, I mean, me deleting my save file on Castlevania is like the worst thing that I really do.
Yeah, like mine, if I play video games, when I rarely do, I'm just like, fuck this game, I'm done.
I swear a lot, but I don't.
Yeah,
I never stop playing.
yeah. Or if I'm scared, I'm just like, fuck this shit, I'm done.
Yeah.
I remember, there's times when I'm playing, what the fuck was I playing? I was playing some sort of horror game, and I got stuck on this one section and kept dying, and just doing it over and over again. And finally I reached the point where I just stopped moving, and I was just screaming at my TV. I was like, just do it! Fucking kill me! Kill me! Kill me, you goddamn fuck! And then it killed me. I fucking threw my controller across the room, and it shattered into like a bunch of pieces. I was so pissed that I didn't even care. I was like, good, fuck this game.
Alright, I want
It
to
was the evil within. There we go.
Oh yeah, I remember when I played that right after it came out. I was like, this is fucking bullshit.
What
This
is that game
sucks my
about?
dick.
What is that game about? Like, I've seen trailers.
It doesn't even matter. It's
It's convoluted. Just know that it sucks.
Because they are making a second one, so I'm like...
I honestly think that game was overhyped as fuck.
It gained a cult following, but I don't know how.
That's
Isn't
weird.
that normally how it works?
Yeah, I guess. I think it's just because it was like the next gen console that was a horror game.
Okay. But like, alright,
It
so...
was like the first and really the only one at
I had
the
a
time.
really fun game. Like, one person say a superpower that they want to have, but then the other three give, like, the only way you can use that superpower.
I'd like to have the power to stop time at my whim.
Only while you're jerking off.
Only when you're standing still.
I don't even want now. You
Fuck, that makes that power worthless.
Freeze time, only while you're jerking off and standing still. Beautiful.
We got a movie right here. Alright,
But you have to start jerking off before you can stop.
Yep, you have to be jerking off to freeze time.
God damn it.
You can't stop time to start jerking off.
Alright, so, let's see, teleportation.
Ooh.
Have to have your eyes closed.
That's a good one.
The area of effect is 50 feet.
Okay, that
So
was
you
a-
designate where you want to go, and then within a big circle of that exact
There you go,
point,
okay.
you could go 50 feet anywhere.
Okay.
That includes up and down.
Fuck. 50 feet down into the ground. You're sitting there going, fuck.
Did I just do?
Only when you sneeze.
Right? Staring at the bulb. I could just see Kien staring at a light bulb. Come on.
Tickling his nose.
Come on.
Let me sneak.
Ah! Fuck it. Fuck!
You're in Antarctica. I was thinking about chili baby. Who's next?
Invisibility.
Invisibility?
Yeah.
Only when you're naked.
Only when there's a woman within 5 feet of you.
Only when no one notices you.
Already invisible?
That's what you got.
Only in a dark room.
Only at night.
Only when someone can't see you anyways, so fuck you.
Only when I'm by myself.
You said invisibility.
Yeah.
Only on Trucker's Blind Sides.
Oh my god. I don't want to say the superpower because I actually like the power that I want. You guys are gonna fuck with it.
Do it.
Alright. The easiest way to explain it, and Kian's probably the only one that's gonna get it, is Belle's dimensional power.
Oh,
from
so you can
Blood
make like a
Lad.
portal.
I can
within
make
yourself?
portals, and I also have a pocket dimension.
This is gonna be.
The pocket dimension is literally the size of a pocket.
Alright.
You can only bring toilets through.
Not even me? You can only shove toilets through.
Only when you're on a toilet.
Yeah.
I can work with this.
Only when you're taking a shit.
Your pocket dimension is only filled with dildos.
But it's the size of a pocket.
Yeah. Good luck.
The second I open it, it's gonna be like compressed dildos just fucking shoot out and be like,
Oh,
fuck.
that's your superpower.
Only filled with anal beads.
You can shoot compression
Used
dildos with
anal
bad
Use
guys.
anal beads.
Used anal.
Do they have to be used?
It's in a pocket dimension. You don't know what your pocket dimension is made out of. It could be used.
Can they not be used anal beads?
The pocket dimension is your asshole, so everything comes out of your asshole.
It's a fun game.
The only thing I have to comment about that is cosmic vaginas.
Oh, American Gods. Good God. That was a show that I was like really worried about, though. Did you
I
ever-
am good with it.
Yeah. Did you ever have those? Everyone obviously has like one thing that they're like worried about being adapted into whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like,
The Dark Tower series.
oh, that one's really killing me on the inside.
I hope and pray that it's gonna be good. I'm waiting for a shit show to just fall out.
It's literally hit and miss with Stephen King.
Yeah.
Scary stuff, scary stuff, scary stuff. Ding!
See, I like some of Stephen King's stuff, and I've read the Dark Tower series.
I love
I'm
the Dark
terrified
Tower.
of what the TV show is gonna be.
Yeah.
Because like, I've seen his movie to like book to movie adaptations or whatever.
Ratio, not good.
No, like Firestarter was good. The movie, I was a little underwhelmed with the book.
I like Sell the Book though.
Sell the Book was
It was a
good.
very interesting one.
Like, fucking Pet Cemetery, both good.
Yeah.
Cujo, both good.
Mm.
But the movie was a little less.
Yeah. I didn't like I liked Misery the book, but didn't like Misery the movie.
Yeah.
But Misery the movie was still a competent movie.
Yeah, it was.
It just didn't do the gruesome shit that Misery the book did.
If it wasn't tied to the book Misery,
It'd
it would
still
have
be
been a
interesting.
good.
Yeah, it'd still be interesting.
I have one that sullies the memory.
What?
All of them. Thinner.
Thinner.
Oh
yeah.
that one was weird.
That was just that was.
Yeah. That's a weird ass movie.
Yeah, it is.
I'm actually really not that into it.
The book or movie?
Kind of both, really.
I like the book a lot.
The
I like
book
the-
is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the old movie's not bad, but I'm very much not into this new reboot movie.
No, it just seems too special effecty.
And it feels way too much like Tumblr fangirls are trying to turn it into the next Harry Potter thing.
Yeah.
It's weird.
like they think the clown's attractive.
Like they're fan shipping all of the characters,
That's
Oh.
weird.
including the kids.
I fucking
It's
hate when
like,
they do that.
dudes, they're like what, 12, 13? I don't remember.
Yeah.
That shit bothers me.
I was gonna ask who you guys would ship in a universe, but never mind.
I mean, we could do that. I don't care.
It's like, yeah, we could do
We
that.
could make it weird.
What are we doing?
There was only one that I really wanted when I started watching the show, and I was actually so happy that happened. Andy and April from Parks and Rec.
Yeah, that one was good. I think, weirdly enough, I think my favorite relationship that, like, on the outside doesn't make any sense, but when you look into it, it makes a lot of sense, is I really do,
Bella and Edward.
no.
Fuck you.
They
Yeah,
don't make
Team
sense.
Jacob,
It's
Jesus.
Edward and Jacob. Good God, get it
I'm
right.
Thank
Lol.
you. Thank you. No, is, like, for real, like, in the beginning, you know, during the Future Trunks saga, you don't understand why Vegeta and Bulma hooked up and had a kid. But, like, as that series progresses, you're like, alright, I totally understand,
Right.
like, Vegeta liking Bulma.
Vegeta.
like, that was one. And then,
Oh,
I don't know, I liked Hermione and Ron. I thought that made a lot more sense than Hermione and Harry. I know everyone wanted Hermione and Harry.
Yeah,
but it was
I
weird.
didn't though.
I didn't like when J.K. Rowling was just like, looking back at it, I would have had Harry end up with Hermione. I was like, no.
No, please don't.
Harry could have been single for all. I kind of wish, like, Neville went with Ginny.
I
There's,
like Jenny as a character
Yeah.
though.
But I think Neville and Ginny would have
Neville and Jenny are a better match.
Would have been a better match.
But if
Neville and Luna, I think, would have worked too.
Neville and Luna,
Luna is bae.
Yeah.
Luna is the pot smoking wizard that we all want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like, and like,
Where are your shoes? I lost them like 6 years ago. Well, alright then.
Guess she doesn't have shoes. Fuck it.
and then, like, did you watch One Punch Man?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's been a while, but
It's okay, right? It's not, like, awesome, like everyone
I
says.
like I appreciate the joke that it's going for. That
the
like
first
it's,
2 episodes.
Yeah, again for the first 2 episodes or so, and then like there are parts in it where it gets pretty
Dumb.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like where the action sequences actually get kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like the animation is awesome.
Like, when he
Yeah.
fights Boros, it's really cool. It, like, looks
Mhm.
cool.
Oh yeah.
But there's nothing to it. Like,
But yeah,
there's no
for-
payoff.
For the entire series, it's basically the same running joke over and over again, and that just gets kind of boring. And I think Mob Psycho 100 handles a
Yes.
similar
Yeah.
thing, like
Much
way better,
Much,
Yes.
much more.
which
Um,
is done by the same studio.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the concept art yet for the guy who apparently is going to be a match for Saitama?
Is it
Mm-mm.
Blaze?
He looks like Saitama in a purple uniform. I think
Figures.
he's another dude has broken his limiter.
Okay.
And they're just gonna sit there and fucking punch each other for an eternity.
It figures that's the route that they go, though.
It's the only way you can do it. He's literally broken. You have to find something else that's broken.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only thing that could win is Squirrel Girl, because she only wins because she wins.
Yeah. Well, speaking of like weird, like I don't know. Cartoons have now had a recent weird resurgence that they're like for kids, but they're actually really for adults.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's more like cartoon creators are like looking at ways of flushing out real
life scenarios.
Yeah, like real life lessons out of cartoons now.
We're like,
'cause I mean, like back in the day when we watched cartoons, there was always like some sort of underlying thing, like, oh, this episode happened because you shouldn't steal.
I don't know.
And now
Ed and
it's
Eddie
kinda
had
like-
none of that shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I watched Wile E. Coyote. What the fuck is the moral to that story?
Yeah.
Don't blow shit up. Don't buy cheap things.
Yeah.
No,
Ed,
get
and
what
Eddie's
he's
one of
saying.
my
Yeah, I
favorites.
get it. Yeah.
But it's like, I think a lot of cartoons are just evolving
Very
into
much so.
more common morals.
Because I was gonna say, like, one of the reasons like I like the Amazing World of Gumball so much is because some of the stupid shit they do that should have consequences doesn't have consequences sometimes.
Well, and
it
there's
just happens.
and then there's with
Yeah,
Amazing World of Gumball, it's like that's a really Ed, and Eddie-esque show too.
Very much so.
Because there really isn't like anything that's going on, and every episode is just what the fuck just happened.
No, yeah.
Right.
That's why I love Ed, and Eddie
I think-
so much.
Who's your is Ed your favorite character?
Oh fuck yeah,
dude,
definitely.
I love Rolf. I think like Rolf is
I
like
fucking love Rolf.
There's nothing that I resonate with more in life than Ed.
Butter toast.
When he eats his bed, that's like
My favorite episode of Ed, and Eddie is the one where they make the monster outfit for Ed.
Yeah.
And he goes
Yes.
on a rampage.
and he's throwing up chunky puffs on people and sticking them to the wall. Yeah.
no, like my favorite one-liner from that was, Ed, where'd your stairs go? My parents took it away because I'm grounded. Entire fucking
Is
snake.
sitting in a wagon naked cool?
And I always like, I think the reason why I like Rolf so much is because he's just so fucking weird, but he's like,
It's such a
"There are-
quotable show.
There
No,
are
that's
big
my
life
worst.
lessons, Ed boy.
Right? Well, Rolf is the most real character. Like, he's the most sane person,
No.
but the weirdest person in the show.
Yeah.
I take it back. My favorite episode is when they break reality.
Yeah.
Is that Jimmy's outline?
Yeah.
And then I think another one is the one that really gets me that I can't believe they still got away with was the Speedo episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
That was
god,
a good
yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
And they never got their jawbreaker. I think that was the
Splish splash, take a bath.
But like a lot of old cartoon, like we were talking about Billy and Mandy for the mythology, but like
Right.
a lot of those old Cartoon Network shows were really I think ahead of its time for.
Yeah.
Like, can we talk about the original Teen Titans versus this bullshit Teen Titans Go?
Yeah.
Dude, I love the original Teen
I
Right?
like some of the Teen Titans Go episodes because some of
Depends
them
on the
are really
episode, yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
I honestly.
But
enjoy
if I
Teen
was
Titans Go.
if I was gonna
Yeah.
pick between
Ashamed of that.
old Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go, I would definitely pick them finishing the old series.
Although they're
Yeah.
doing a new Teen
Teen
Titans
Titans
cartoon that
totally,
looks more like the
like,
old
yeah.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are.
And that looks pretty good.
Did you hear they're finally finishing up with Young Justice?
I figured that they would, but I didn't know like when it was gonna happen. Because I know that Netflix uploaded the second season
Yeah.
after almost like 2 years of having
and
the
they're
first one.
yeah they're finishing up Young Justice. I don't think it's Netflix, but someone else is.
Yeah,
So that's really interesting. But like I think
that makes me excited because I actually liked Young
I
Justice
loved Young
more
Justice,
than Teen
Teen
Titans.
Titans. like because it had more emotion.
Well,
for
yeah, and
each
it was
of them.
just more characters too. It was
Plus,
like
I
a-
like Deathstroke in being like not a main character but being a side character
in
more than like because Deathstroke was a side character in Young
Yeah.
Justice.
See, I like the idea of Deathstroke being the Teen Titans villain, but I actually don't like the representation of Deathstroke in Teen Titans.
Yeah.
Like they just call him Slade, and he's like really pussyified compared to normal Deathstroke.
That's why I think I like Leon Judge's Deathstroke, because he's like actually takes swords and fucking eviscerates people.
Yeah, well, I mean, not literally, but kind of, sort of.
It's kind of, sort of. But like, Johnny Bravo, man.
Oh,
yeah,
dude, I fucking love Johnny
that is
Bravo.
definitely a show that would not make it if it came out like today.
Favorite Johnny Bravo line. Hey there, baby. Need a boyfriend? I already have one. But you look like the kind of lady that could use two.
Exactly why it wouldn't make it today.
Yeah, like,
unless it got like an Adult Swim representation.
Yeah. But did you see the new Samurai Jack?
Yes.
Oh, did you like it?
I like it and I don't like it.
Do you not like the ending?
It's kind of hit and miss. I think.
I like the ending. I think the ending. I don't know.
Yeah, I love the new Samurai Jack.
But, like I was gonna say, I really like the new Samurai Jack a lot.
Yeah.
There are some parts that are slow,
Yeah.
and I feel like some of the characters were shoehorned in. I will admit.
Totally
like,
called that they were gonna hook up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I really like. I know a lot of people probably like it too, but I like that it went a more mature route, and I don't like that it went a more mature route because, I'm just older and I want Samurai Jack to be
Older
gory
with you.
older with me and stuff like that. But I like it because it's 50 years later
Yeah.
after the 4th season ended, and it's like.
He's a fucked up human.
Jack has been traveling around in Aku's future, completely unable to get back, completely failing at his only mission for 50 fucking years.
Yep.
That's depressing as fuck. Like, of course
Right.
he's a lot more fucked up. Like, but he never killed anyone in the first 4 seasons.
Yeah, he just killed robots.
Yeah, only fought robots, only killed robots, never killed a single person. And I like the impact that killing someone in the 5th season does to him too.
Yeah. It
Because
fucks
he,
with them.
yeah, because he sees like when he slits one of Aku's
Daughters
ninja
of-
ladies, yeah.
The daughter of Aku.
Like he actually like sees that she's bleeding and he's like, oh shit.
It was.
I like that.
It was an interesting. It was an interesting concept.
Yeah.
I thought it ended really well.
Yeah, I'm so glad it didn't get the standard, the standard Cartoon Network reboot treatment, like the Powerpuff Girls and
Yeah, it
Teen
did
Titans
did
and
its
stuff
thing.
like that.
It did its
I
own
really
thing.
hate the Powerpuff Girls reboot.
It's not fun.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
There's an episode where they're twerking. It's fucking god awful.
That sounds
It's
terrible.
so dumb. It's dumb in the aspect that they're twerking in a children's TV show, but it's
Right.
dumb because it literally ruins the image of something like the
these
Powerpuff
innocent
Girls.
girls.
Yeah, exactly.
As weird as that sounds, like I don't know, like
It makes you feel really awkward watching it.
yeah.
And the fact that it's on like daytime television
Yeah.
makes it weirder.
Can we all just respect Foster's Homes for Imaginary Friends?
I do love
Yes.
that show.
Yeah, I like that.
That show is beautiful.
Wilt was one of my all-time favorite cartoon characters.
Yellow.
I
love
still
Will.
Cheese.
I still go back on the joke. I can't remember the episode or any of their names, but it's the other imaginary friends that they're kind of like fighting against in the episode holds up a sign and he's like, "Is this you? Because it kind of looks like you." And it's literally just a picture of Blue. And it's like,
it's when his brother creates.
yeah,
Right, okay,
all
yeah.
the other ones.
That wants to hunt Blue Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and that's like, I look fondly, like, I thought, because, like, some shit you look back at, and you're like, oh, that's fucking awful. Like, I can't look back at Power Rangers and be like, I still think it's cool. Like, I think it's dumb as shit now.
Right.
There's things about it that like I still like. Like again, it's a lot of practical effects
Yeah.
in a TV show and whatnot, and
Yeah.
I like watching that still.
Did you see the movie?
the
newest
the
one?
newest one? No, I have not
It's,
yet.
it's good. For
They
what
keep
it is.
kind of
it was
putting it
good.
off.
It was a lot of
Fan service,
nostalgia.
yeah.
I
and
figured,
fan
yeah.
service.
I love it.
I like some of the design.
Yeah.
But I haven't watched it.
It's an
'cause-
It's an interesting movie. I mean, if you are a Power Ranger fan, you're going to like it at some caliber.
Yeah.
If you're Kien, you're just gonna
be
start punching the person
people
you're
next
with.
to you while I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, they did this.
Lol.
But
like-
I'm never watching a movie sitting next to him again.
Okay, I would okay. My reactions are very rare in movies though when I do shit like that.
But when he does react, be prepared to get punched.
Yeah. Whereas, I had to see Rogue One twice
Oh God.
because all I could hear from the first time is.
See, that's why a lot of times I go see movies.
By yourself.
Yeah, I'll either go see them by myself initially, or I'll go see them by myself again. Because I don't think. I remember seeing Wonder Woman, and I saw it with Gil, Zach, Ty, and Brady. And I know you know Gil and Brady, obviously, but I don't know if you know Zach and Ty.
I know Zach. Well, I know Ty.
Okay.
Then I know Zach. Zach is like nego me to whatever.
Yeah, kind of. Okay, but when I go see a movie, I don't like move or talk other than chew popcorn, and I pretty much go to movies to eat popcorn. But
you can make Jiffy Pop like.
It's not the same.
It's not the
It's
same,
not the
Kien.
same.
Fuck off.
But all of those other guys, and I'm sorry if you're watching this, but they talk during movies, and so I kind of just like sit there and they'll talk, and I'll just be like, yeah, okay. Or I'll even do the thing of just be like, shh.
Okay, that's a weird thing. Like when we're at home and we're just chilling watching TV shows, Jay will fucking do that to us if it's something he wants to watch.
Yeah.
But when we start watching something we like to watch,
He will be obnoxious.
yeah, like
Like he's either wandering around doing shit, making noise, or sitting there on his phone watching videos.
I honestly, I don't. This has been like the first year that I've gone back to the movie theater. Normally, I do not see movies in the theater just because
Yeah.
I fucking hate going to the theater
I
and
do.
having to deal with other goddamn people.
yeah.
So I normally just wait for it to come out on like Netflix or DVD, and then if I really want to see it, I'll go rent it or something and watch it at home so I can actually watch it. This has been like the first year that I've gone back to the theater to watch movies.
But now that we have a job,
Like Rogue One was the first movie I saw in the theater in like, oh god, a really long time.
yeah.
Probably
Like,
since
a
we were in
really
high
long
school.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age of Extinction was probably the last movie we saw.
Yeah.
Like with me and Ryan,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's on theater. Like, cause I rarely see movies in theaters unless I get talked into
Mm.
nowadays. But like, I mean, I'll see them. I'll wait for you guys to watch it, and then you guys can talk about it, and be like, oh, I might go see it.
I get so annoyed by people in theaters now. Like, I need to stop going again because I've become that person where if I hear like even the slightest whispering and stuff behind me, I'll turn around and just be like, "Shut up, please."
Well,
At least
that's
you
why
say
I like.
please.
That's why I like to go to like some of the weirder showings, like the times.
Yeah, the matinees.
Like the
you
2 in the
Yeah.
afternoon, you're like, alright.
Yeah.
I've
much-
become the crotchety old man where I will leave the theater and I will go talk to the theater people. And I'll just be like, "There's these guys that are about like 4 rows up that won't shut up."
Yeah,
I have become the crotchety old guy. in
that's
the
fine
movies.
though. I think you have every right to be the crotchety old man.
My thing with movie theaters is because movies have gotten to a point where they are always 2.5 hours
Oh
long.
my fucking god.
I always have to pee before the end of it.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
like, I gotta either wait for a scene that doesn't matter, like Wonder Woman's bullshitty, stupid love scenario scene, or anything in the new Transformers movie that isn't a robot fight.
Like 87% of the movie.
Yeah. So that I can go to the bathroom, and then I come back in, and it's like, okay, what did I miss?
A lot. No, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
You
The
missed
whole
nothing.
movie is done.
Well, with Transformers, it's the first time in a long time where I haven't had to leave the movie theater, and I was kind of like, well, god damn it.
That's why I have learned to pace myself on my pop that I get when I go to the movies now.
I'm exactly the opposite. It's
Because
like,
it used to be I just chug it down and I have to pee throughout the entire movie.
as soon as I get popcorn, I'm eating it.